Hi everyone, it's Emma, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about periods. And when I mean periods, I mean the female menstrual cycle. You know, the way that the egg comes down from the ovary and goes into the uterus, and it gets washed away if it's not fertilised by sperm, and gets washed away with the lining of the uterus that would be prepared for a baby if you were going to have a baby. But you're not going to have a baby, so you're going to get punished for it with a period. Great, innit? Today's video I'm gonna do without my glasses because why the hell not? So if you are offended by the word period or blood or me talking about a natural thing that happens with a woman, do not watch this video because I don't really want any comments about it because you're watching the video. So I'm gonna tell you about period problems. Now ladies, you already understand what the struggles are with periods, but with men, if you're watching it, men, this is what we have to deal with every single month for about 30-40 years. So let's go. 30-40 years, more like 50 years, but let's go. Now, first things first, I'm the realist. No. First things first, when you have your period, you need something to catch that period because you don't really want blood in your pants, do you? And there's a thing called pads. They attach to your pants, yeah, so that obviously they catch the blood. Or you can have tampons, which you insert into your vagina, which are useful too because they catch the blood too. Why are they not free? Because women cannot choose to have periods, can they? I don't choose to bleed out of my vagina every single month, do I? So why the fuck is it not free? They can give out free condoms because you can choose to have sex, but they can't give out free pads or tampons. What the fuck? Tampons and pads do cost quite a lot of money. I think they cost about £5 over here, something like that, but we still have to pay for it. Why? Thanks, Obama. Now, there's a trouble with pads and tampons. The first trouble is with pads. They move around in your pants. For me, personally, I use pads personally because I don't really like tampons because they're irritating. I don't know why I shared that, but I did. Pads are bad because they move around in your pants. Sometimes they'll even detach themselves from your pants. You can get blood on your legs and it's not very nice, and you will probably get scared that it might go through into your knickers instead of the pad, and you just have massive anxiety throughout the entire day, which is painful because you've got stuff to do. You've got stuff to do, and the red tsunami is not helping, okay? That's what I call it anyway. Now with tampons, I don't use tampons, but I have before, and the difficulty that I have is inserting them. It's not very pleasant to insert a dry thing into your vagina. They're definitely quite hard to insert because it feels like I'm stabbing myself inside the vagina. I feel like I'm getting stabbed internally by this little thing that I need to insert into the vagina. I just don't like them, but I use pads and I don't like them either. So where does that leave us? Fucking nowhere. Now we're going to move on to the problems that you have generally with your period. If you're like 12 years old and you haven't had your period yet, this is good information for you because it's not pleasant. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Periods are just not pleasant. They won't kill you. That's fine. They won't kill you, but you might as well be dead because they're very I can't. When you wake up in the morning, you're tired and you're relaxed in your comfy bed. When you stand up, the blood rushes downwards because obviously gravity has kept the liquid resting in your body whilst you've been lying down. And when you stand up, it's literally like a waterfall. And it gushes out, as you will call it. Gushes out. Sometimes you can't even catch it. You can't even see it coming. And if you're not prepared for your period, you can get it all over your pants, all over your pyjama bottoms, all over your bed. Looks like you massacred someone. It's fantastic. Why can't you just get a letter in the mail saying, "You're not pregnant! Yay! Here you go! Wait another week until why can't we just get that? Why can't we get that? Don't cough or sneeze when you're on your period. When you cough, it gushes out again. Just do not cough or sneeze, which is quite difficult because sneezing, you can't help sneezing, and sometimes you can't help coughing either. So you're basically doomed anyway. Now the main thing I'm gonna say is you get the cramps. Cramps are the worst part, in my opinion, from periods. I don't get cramps as much anymore. I used to get them very badly when I first started, obviously. Some days they can literally feel like someone has a knife, stabs it into your stomach, cuts open a massive wound into your belly, puts their hands in and does this with your intestines. does this, and they do a bit of this, and they do a bit of this on your intestines, and then do a bit of... It feels like someone is ripping your guts out. That's how bad the cramps can be. They can be very bad, and they can probably leave you paralysed for life. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm scaring people, but the cramps are the worst. When you feel the first cramp, you're just doomed, basically. Me personally, I don't get cramps anymore, but I get a lot of gas, so I fart, and they stink really badly. It would probably kill everyone in a 10-mile radius how much it smells, and it's very embarrassing because I can't keep the gas in because it's literally rumbling, and it's like, hello Emma, you're having a nice day, aren't you? Too bad if something would happen to it. Everyone just doesn't want to be friends with me anymore because I stink when I fart. I didn't have any friends anyway. Another thing, do not, and I repeat, do not touch a girl's boob. You shouldn't touch a girl's boobs in general, like without consent, obviously. Do not touch your girlfriend's boobs if she's on her period because they are sensitive as fuck. Me, I have small boobs. I'm an A cup, so I'm very small, and it's not so bad for me. The only thing that hurt is my nipples. If I squeeze my nipples, it would probably feel like they were getting ripped off. So that's a thing from me. Do not touch a girl's boobs without consent in general, but if you have got consent, don't touch them because they really hurt. It's like us squeezing your testicles. Like this. When you squeeze our tits, it's like... Squeeze the testes. It feels like that. And another thing, you cannot masturbate. Before I continue, women do masturbate. And if you ask a girl if she masturbates and she says no, 9 times out of 10, she's probably lying. Some women don't masturbate, which is fine. That's your choice. Some men don't masturbate, which is your choice. Whatever. But I'm going to admit something. I masturbate. I'm not ashamed to admit it because it is a natural thing and it feels good. So I'm going to fucking do it. Oh, I'm admitting so many things on here. But when you're on your period, you cannot masturbate. And when you're on your period, you are the most horniest person ever. Someone just has to torture us, don't they? They have to torture us with the fact that we're bleeding out of our vagina, and they make us even more horny than we already are. They're just torturing us women. We cannot touch ourselves. We cannot do anything because we're on our periods. Now, my last point of this video is when people say, why are you so moody? Are you on your period or something? Do not say this because you will not have a head left. Me personally, I'm never moody. I am a very patient person. I'm a very cheerful person. But if you assume that a girl is on her period just because she's moody, do not assume that, because if you do not see a girl physically getting a pad or a tampon out of her bag, do not assume that she's on her period just because she's under the weather a little bit. And to be honest, if a girl is on her period and is under the weather, I don't fucking blame her because of all these things we gotta deal with. Look at the list, look at all this shit we gotta deal with. All the things I've said are completely natural when you're on your period. You'll probably get different things to me because every woman's different. If a woman is moody, just leave her be because she has all of this stuff to deal with. Yeah, that's my video, guys. If you are literally a 12-year-old watching this and you're scared, pop me a comment down there and I'll have a little chat with you if you want. I don't mind. I wouldn't say I'm a sex expert or a... Someone's fucking next door. Hello, I'm doing a video. Sorry. Are you going Asda? Bye. So if you want to ask me a question, comments down below. And that was my video, guys. I've got to stop now because it's been going for like 18 minutes and I need to get back to reality. I need to get back to my life and go on Tumblr for about 3 hours. Yeah, that's great. Okay, guys, you can subscribe down there. You can like, comment, and do whatever the fuck else you want to do. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, you beautiful, lovely people. Bye. I gotta do a proper one. Bye. Hi everyone, I forgot to mention there are some links down below to free samples of pads and tampons. If you are struggling with a bit of money and you can't really afford to get some, then there's some down below. Some links of free samples for you. All you need to do is put in your postcode, your address, no payment involved. I'm sure you don't need to put any credit card details or anything like that. But if you are struggling, there's some free samples down below. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!